a seated position. If I'm in a comfortable seated position, make sure your lower back feels relaxed and downward. We're going to roll our shoulders back, down behind us, bringing the hands to the knees. And why don't we do some belly breathing? So connecting to a full diaphragmatic breathing. So bringing one hand to the heart, the chest, the other hand to the stomach. Deep breaths here. Often when we're stressed, we only breathe from the top part. But other than when you're exercising, you really want to try to have a full deep breath. You should feel the stomach rising and falling. I'm going to set today's intention. The eyes are going to go to our backs. I'm just going to mute you for right now. We're going to come to our fingertips, to our heels. And then we're going to do a couple of bridges here. So we're going to tuck the pelvis towards the head and then lifting up, engaging the stomach muscles. And then we're going to exhale slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Exhale, engage the core. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, coming down. Inhale up. So we're squeezing the butt, the hamstrings, which is the back of the legs. We're engaging the core, the stomach. And we're going to do little pulses here. So I'm just going down about an inch and then up an inch. Do a couple more pulses here. And then lowering down one vertebrae, one part of the back at a time. We're going to bring the knees into the chest. Hands come behind the legs. And we're going to bring the feet back down to the mat. Fingertips touch the heels or are only about an inch away. We're going to lift back up. We're going to practice marching here. So we're going to bring one leg up, then the other. And you don't have to bring up the leg high. So we're having to use our butt and our stomach to stabilize. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I'm lowering down very slowly. Bringing the knees into the chest. And we're going to start some ab exercises. Are you able to do this with me, or is your screen frozen?
I'm doing it with you.
Okay. All right, so since you're new to doing abs, you're gonna engage the core. Imagine you have a tennis ball underneath the chin. We're gonna lift the shoulders up, and then we're gonna slide the hands by the feet. And then we're gonna go back down. We're gonna bring the hands underneath the head. Coming out, the shoulder blades are off the mat. Exhale, we're going to twist the body and then crunch to the side. Inhale to center. Exhale, crunch to the other side. Inhale to center. Inside. At any point, if it becomes too much, you can come back down, take a rest, and then come back up. And we'll bring our heads down. We're going to bring the legs into tabletop, so we're going to bend the knees. Don't want the feet too far away from you or the knees too much towards you. You should feel the weight of the legs exactly in the same line as your hips. From here, we're going to engage the core. You can either have the hands behind the head or to the side. And we're just going to tap one foot down and then the other. So hands behind the head to make it easier. Hands to the side. Work your lower to the side. And come to tabletop position. So you want to make sure your wrists are underneath your shoulders. Your knees are hip width apart. We're just going to do a cat-cows. So you're going to inhale, bringing the chin up towards the sky, and exhale, rounding the back. From here, we're going to come back to a flat back, and we're going to do a bird dog. So we're going to first start with just the arms. We're going to lift one arm up, and then down, and switch to the other arm. Make sure that you aren't collapsing the back. Keep it nice and straight. And now we're going to add the leg. So I'm going to send my left leg back behind me. You don't want the hip opening and the leg splaying out. Keeping the hip down. The right arm comes up. And we're just going to hold here. This is level 1, level 2. You can crunch. But if you're new to this, I would just practice holding here. We'll hold here for 10 seconds. Make sure that the arm has a slight bend in it. And release down. We're going to go ahead and switch to the other side. So my right leg is kicking behind me. My left arm is forward. And imagine that you are pressing that foot into a wall. Engage in the stomach. And lowering down. We'll take a pause in child's pose. You can either have the feet together, the legs together or apart. You can have the arms in front of you or behind you. At any point, if any of the poses become too difficult or you need to take a rest, this is the pose that you come into. Okay, we're going to come into downward facing dog. So make sure that the eyes of your elbows, this part, is pointed forward. The index fingers are also forwards, not the middle fingers, so we're rotating the upper arms. And then we're sending the weight back. So you want to bend the knees. If you're here and your heels are really high up or your weight is really forward, go ahead and bend the knees so you can have more of your weight towards the back of your body. And we're just going to pedal out the legs. So we're going to bring one heel up, bending the knee, and then the other, just stretching out the legs. From here, we're going to walk the feet in between the hands to the front of your mat.
Bend the knees and just fold over the legs. And inhale, we're gonna slowly come up to a mountain pose, standing pose. And when you reach the top, just roll the shoulders back. And we're gonna do a sun salutation. So inhale the arms up. Exhale the hands to the heart. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, you're gonna bring your hands onto your shins or your thighs and come into a flat back. So imagine that a rod is in your back and your back is straight, engaging the core, the stomach. And exhale, floating down. We're gonna send the right leg back and bring the knee down. Coming into a low lunge Anjaneyasana. You're gonna bring your hands to your hips and re-stabilize. So you're gonna send this right, the front leg is sending back and the back hip is sending forward. That squares our hips. Inhale the arms up. And see if you can lean in without moving your upper body. And exhale, bringing the hands down and stepping back to your downward facing dog. We're gonna inhale to plank or onto your knees. If you are a beginner, I would bring your knees down. And then we're just gonna lower our upper body down to the mat very slowly. Roll the shoulders back, coming into Bhujangasana or Cobra. And then tucking the feet into downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up behind you. Exhale, bend the knee. Bring it in between the hands. Low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Make sure you square those hips. You can bring your hands onto your hips to see if one is tilting or too high up. And leaning in. And then bringing the hands down, stepping through. Folding down. And we're gonna roll up one vertebrae at a time, one part of the spine at a time. Bringing the hands to the heart. So this round, I'd like you to do that sequence and then I can watch you and give you some feedback. So if you could do that whole sequence again, and then I can give you some feedback, or are you comfortable with that?
I'll do with you again. Can I?
Yeah, okay, we'll do it one more time together and then I'll watch you. Does that sound good? Okay. So we're gonna inhale the arms up. Little back bend. Exhale, bringing our body down. Inhale, bringing the hands to the shins or the thighs, flatten the back. Exhale, floating down. Sending the left leg back this time. And bringing the knee down into a low lunge. Squaring the hips. And then without moving the torso, leaning in. Bringing the hands down to the mat. stepping back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, tuck the chin. You're gonna have the legs like this or on your knees, lowering down. And inhale the cobra, so just bringing our chest up. Tucking the toes. Stepping back to downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, bring it in between the hands. If it doesn't make it, grab the ankle, the calf, and send it through. Lowering the knee. Low lunge on this side. Lowering the hip. Through. Rolling over. Bringing the chest, pulls the legs. The knees are slightly bent. Then rolling up. One fold the spine at a time. And bringing the hands to the heart. Okay, so do you feel comfortable doing the sequence now?
Okay.
Okay. I'm here to help you, so don't feel judged.
Okay.
So I'll talk you through it. So we're gonna inhale our arms up. Exhale, fold forward. So bringing your chest towards your knees.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then coming into a flat back. Bringing your hands to your thighs.
Like this?
You skip the flat back. So you're here first.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna bring your hands to the thighs. Yeah, and see if the back is straight. Great. Okay. Now then you're gonna come down and then send your right leg back.
Yeah.
Round. Bring it on. Lean your torso, the upper body. We're just gonna lean into the hip. That's good. Okay, now bringing the hands down and then stepping back into your downward facing dog. Great. And then we're gonna come to the knees. Deep back as you look down. The elbows squeeze towards the body. And inhale, bringing the chin and chest up. hands down, stepping to the front, forward fold. Yay. Okay. Let's see. What time? Why don't we do chair pose is another good one that you'll see a lot. It strengthens the legs. So if you have a pillow or something or a block, you'll put it in between the legs like that. And then the pose looks like this. You send all the weight behind you, but bring your arms up and the back stays straight. This. I should send enough weight at my heels that the toes are lifted up.
Can you do it once more?
Here at the pelvis, and I'm bringing it towards me. The arms are up, back straight, and I should feel it should be a lot of work very hard on the quads, the legs. And then when you're ready, just bend over and roll up. Cool, let's do that 3 more times. We're gonna inhale, arms up, sending all the way back. Nice. And then bringing the hands down, bringing our chest towards the legs. And rolling up. And let's try one more time. This time we'll hold it longer. Inhale, the arms up. Engage the core. Back straight. Moving the shoulders back. Sending energy into the fingers. Squeezing the legs together. And lowering down. Pull or block. Release it. Take it off. We're going to step back. All the way into downward facing dog. Three-legged dog. So it's the same as we are now. We're just going to lift one leg up behind us and pull it up. And bring that leg down. And bring the knees to the mat and come into a child's pose. And we'll do three-legged dog again. So bringing the hands to the mat and come to your downward facing dog. Right leg up. Make sure the toes are pointed down. And use your butt and your leg to lift it higher without opening the hip. that foot down. We're gonna bring our knees to the mat, and we're gonna lower down, bringing our chest towards the mat. Roll the shoulders back, and coming into Cobra or Bhujangasana. And for some people, you might only be this high, other people might be here, and some people might be up here. We're gonna bring the body down. This is where we're gonna do some more relaxing poses here. So we're gonna bring our elbows in front of us. So the elbows should be about 3 inches in front of the chest. Pulling the shoulder back, and you can shake the hips. And this is the yin pose called Sphinx. For at least 90 seconds. Activate the chest and send energy into the forearms, but we're also relaxing the back at the same time. We'll hold here for about 30 more seconds. Then we're going to bring the head down to the mat. Yin pose, you're going to bring the hands on top of each other and rest the head on the hands. And then you're going to bring one leg up. So the leg starts here, and then I bring the knee up. And I'm just relaxing here. We'll hold this for about 90 seconds. And when you're ready, you're going to bring that leg back behind you and shake out the hips. And then we're going to bring the other leg up. And relax the face, relax the shoulders. And then we're going to send that leg back. And then bring the arms to the side of the body. And then just bring your head over to one side, so bringing your ear to the mat. And shaking out the hips. We're going to come into frog pose. Bringing the head back to center. And I'm going to show the front view of this yin pose. So you're going to bring the legs wider than about a mat. And if you have a block or something, you can use that to help you. And you're going to bring your, based on how flexible your inner legs are, they're going to slide away. And you're going to bring your forearms to the mat. If that is too much, you can always use a block so you're not as high, or a pillow. And then just holding here. Don't try to push yourself into the pose. You should feel a nice stretch in the hips and the inner thighs. We tend to hold a lot of emotions and stress and grief in the hips. So doing a pose like this helps release any of that tension. And don't forget to breathe. We'll be here for about 2 minutes. And at any point, if this becomes too intense, you can always bring the leg in and have it not as intense. Relaxing the face. And you're going to slowly bring the legs back in. We're going to bring the knees in. And watch first, we'll come into hare pose, which will stretch the upper back. So looking first, my legs are now together. I'm going to bring my hands to my heels, and I'm bringing the top of my head towards the mat. If this doesn't work or it's uncomfortable, you can just spread the legs apart a little bit, or even put a blanket underneath you. So once my head is to the mat, I'm going to send my hips up, and this will stretch the upper back and the neck. Don't look side to side when you're in this pose to protect your neck. Look just naturally down. And when you're ready, you're just going to let your head roll naturally down, and then rest your forehead on the mat and your arms to the sides. coming to the end of the practice here. So we're gonna go laying down on the mat. So we're gonna bring our body down. And we'll just do a laying twist. We got away from the wall to demonstrate this. So we're bringing our feet to the mat. We're laying our back on the ground, bringing the knees into the chest. You're gonna bring the arms out to the side like a T. And then on the exhale, you're gonna bring your knees towards your phone, camera, whatever. And then your head is gonna turn in the opposite direction. And then relax the shoulders to the ground, relax the neck, relax the face. And when you're ready, exhale, engage the stomach, bringing the knees towards the center, and bringing your hands underneath the legs, bringing them towards you. And then release, bringing the arms out to the side again, and then we'll twist to the other side. So now the knees go the other direction, and the head turns opposite, away from the knees. Relaxing the shoulders. You can close the eyes or have them gently gaze towards the tip of your nose. And exhale, bringing the head up towards the center and the knees towards the center. And we're going to bring our arms now just gently to the side of the body and the legs all the way down, coming completely into Savasana, corpse pose, just lying here. You can close the eyes. And relax and roll the shoulders back behind you. Just gently shake out the head. And come into stillness. They say Savasana is the hardest pose because we're doing absolutely nothing. See if you can relax even more. Relax the face and the jaw. Relax the arms and the legs.
And just breathing here. You can bring your hand onto your chest and the opposite hand onto the stomach. Just feeling the rise and fall of the chest to the stomach. When you're ready, wiggling fingers in the toes, shaking the head side to side. I'm going to bring the arm that's closest to your screen up above your head, bringing the feet to the mat, and then bringing the knees towards your screen, coming into a fetal position, taking a moment of gratitude. Our body does so much for us every day, and we often don't appreciate how much our body works to keep us alive. And then we're gonna use that bottom hand to help us come up to a seated position. And we'll just do 3 ohms here to close our practice. So we'll just do a regular breath to reset. And we'll do 3 ohms together. Inhale. Inhale. And last one, inhale. Bringing the hands together in samsisihi, locking the thumbs around each other. Bringing the knuckle of the thumb towards our forehead, the middle of the forehead, the third eye, the pineal gland, locking in this practice. Bringing the thumbs to our mouth to remind us to say kind words to ourselves and to others. And bringing the hands to the heart. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you have a good rest of your day or evening. Namaste. How was that?
Yeah, it was a good session. Thank you so much, Miss Misty.
Yay. Oh, we had someone else come in. I don't know when they came in.
Uh-huh.
Cool. Well, hope to see you, both of you, next time. I'm doing this Monday, Wednesday. And yeah, drink lots of water, eat some potatoes or bananas so you're not so sore. And yeah,
All right. Thank you very much.
you're welcome. Thank you for coming.
See you on Wednesday. Bye.
Okay, bye.